Let's continue with the permissions part of the Linux atmosphere. Now we have seen the permissions for a basic file. A quick overview is the three types of permissions are there for a file. One is read, write, execute, and read, write, execute. Divided in three parts. The first part is for a user, the second part is for a group, and third part is for others. User is the user to which the file belongs. Group is for the users, those who are the members of the group for that particular file, and others, all others except those included in the user and in the group. Like in the previous video, we have a user U1 belonging to a group U1 and a file F1, and a user U2 belonging to a group U2. So that file F1 was not having write permission for others, so U2 was not able to write into the file. Now we will see the permissions for a particular directory. So to see the permissions for a particular directory, let's first go to the root using sudo -i, and we have entered into the root user. Now let's log in into a particular user. Let's log in into U1. Clear the screen. We have logged in into the user U1. Now after entering into the user U1, let's create a directory in this user, and after creating a directory into this user, let's see the permission into this directory. So let's name the directory D1. A directory has been created in this user. Let's see the permissions for this directory. Now this is a directory which has been created for this user. Now the first word D over here represents that it is a directory. RWX means user has got read write X permission. RWX again means that group has also got read write execute permission, and R and X for others means that others have got read and execute permission. Now what is the meaning of read, write and execute for a particular directory? Let's see this thing. Read means that they can list the contents of the directory. They can list the contents of the directory. For example, if this user U1, we change to directory D1 and we create a file fd1 over here by just writing hi in this file. So I move to directory D1 and I have created a file in this directory, and this R means that the user, means if I am talking about the first three triplet things, RWX for the first person, that is the user. R means that the particular user or a group, if R permission is there, it can list the contents. It can list the contents. So if I wish to list the contents of this directory, ls-l slash of D1, so it says that no such directory in U1 because I have given the wrong path. It is basically there in home slash U1 and then D1. So it can list the contents and it shows the contents that there is a file which is fd1. So user U1 has got the permission to list the contents. R means that the user or the group or others, they can list the contents. So if we again see the permissions for this D1 directory, it says that user can list the contents. R permission is there. Users can, group can also list the contents, and others can also list the content. So we will see for others, then we will come back to it. So to see for others, let us exit from here and log in and U2. So I have logging into U2. Yes, so we have logged into U2. Now we wish to see the contents of D1 directory. So depending upon the permissions of home and U1, if home and U1, because this is the path, is giving the permissions to enter into D1, then from U2 we can list the contents of D1. So let's check what happens if we try to list the contents of D1. So yes, we are able to list the contents of D1. Why? Because D1 was giving the permission to read for others, so we can read from others. But it depends basically for the permissions for home and U1, which we have not seen up till now, which we will be seeing very soon, that what are the permissions for the corresponding path. But D1 was having the permission, so we can see that we are able to list the contents from U2 also. Now if I check the permissions just for D1 over here, so you see others can read, and so we were talking about read. So read means that you can list the contents. Then what is the meaning of W? W over here means that what you can do, write in a directory. Write in a directory means that you can create a subdirectory. You can create a file in a directory. So if write permission is there, you can create a file into the directory. And X permission is something which is very important. X permission is something which is very important. X permissions allows you to enter into the directory. If X permission is not given, then we cannot even list the contents, we cannot even create the permission, something. So X permission is something which is very important. So W permission is required to create something. So if I say that I want to cat something from user fd2, I want to create a file in directory D1 from sitting at user U2. So let's see what will happen if I am trying to enter into this directory D1 and also creating a file and sitting from user U2. So it says that home/U1 D1 is a directory. So let's give the command in such a way. We are trying to cat over here fd2. So this is the right way to give the command, that we are trying to cat, and this is the path. We are trying to create a file over here within a D1 directory. So it says that permission denied. Why this permission denied has come? Permission denied has come because if we focus over here, for others it was having R and X permission, so you can list the contents, you can enter into the directory, but you cannot write into the directory, you cannot create something. So I am at user U2 and U2 belongs to others category. So RWX for a directory means, R means you can list the contents, W means you can write something or you can create a file over here, and X means you can enter into the directory. So if X permission is not there, then nothing is possible. If W permission is there and X is there, then you can enter into the directory and you can create a subdirectory within a directory, or you can create a file. If R permission is there and X permission is there, then you can list the contents of the directory. So we have listed the contents of the directory, and we are doing this from user U2 for the directory which is there in user U1. So to proceed further, let's see the permission for U1 also. So to see the permission for U1, let's see over here. So what are the permissions for U1? Now, having seen what is the meaning of directory and the permissions of directory, we can understand this thing. See, for U1 also, others can read and execute, user can read and execute, group can read and execute, sorry, and user can do all the things, read, write, execute. So when I am in U1 directory, I can create a directory, I can create a file, I can do anything. But I cannot do anything in U1 directory sitting from U2. I can list, but I cannot create a directory. So let's try to do this thing also. If I say that make directory under home under U1 by the name of D2, because U1 does not give others to create a subdirectory. You see over here, it does not give the permission of W. So I will not be able to create a directory under U1 directory because I am at user U2. So it will say permission denied. It will say permission denied. But if I wish to list the contents of U2, I can list the contents of U2. Why? Because it is giving the permission for read. So I can list the contents of U2. So this is how the permission plays an important role for a file and for a directory. In coming videos, we will see that how can we change these permissions. Thank you.